All right, so we are going to begin seated. So find yourself into a comfortable seat, grounding down, and as always, paying mind to what's going on in your body. So adjust your sails. As always, see how you're feeling. Every day is going to be different. I know it's a little gloomy out today, so if you have any old injuries, they might be acting up. I know personally my hips and my knees get a little funny when it gets like this outside. So if that's you as well, use your blocks, use bolsters, pillows, boxes of cookies, whatever you have to assist you in your modifications today, and kind of go from there. All right, so we're going to sit up nice and tall, closing our eyes, and allow ourselves the time and the space to kind of hit the reset button. Now, I know energetically some of us have been struggling. It's kind of a hot and cold situation. Some days we're okay, everything's great, we've got a pretty solid grip on everything, and then some days we feel like we're falling again. So I wanted to introduce to you a little affirmation that I've been using lately. It's part of my daily rituals and my routines, and I've been encouraged to share those things. So figured now's a good time. So while you have your eyes closed, I'm going to say some words, and I'll repeat it again, and then at that point you'll be able to repeat it to yourself in your mind. I'll send it in an email later. I think some of you have already received this from me at some point in time, but I'll send it again, only as I find these words have such power. And they've helped me a lot. They've helped a lot of other individuals who've been struggling with anxiety and having a hard time grounding down a lot. So anytime we're in any given situation where there's an overwhelming abundance of negative energy or anxious energy or fear or anger or even happiness, sometimes we're just immersed in whatever it is. We're taking a bath in it, right? It tends to cling to us even when we don't necessarily want it to or don't realize it's happening. So these words help, right? So may the energy I'm sensing from others be cleared away, transmuted completely, and returned to source now. And so it is. So I'm going to say it one more time so that you can say it to yourself. May the energy I'm sensing from others be cleared away, transmuted completely, and returned to source now. And so it is. So those are words of Matt Kahn. And he's a spiritual guru. He's one of the many out there who have many, many teachings to offer, many blessings if you cross paths with those individuals. There's just a lot of good stuff out there to help you retain that ability to be here now, and to not worry about what's coming, and to not reflect on what's happened in the past. We want to be as present as we can, because the present moment is where we're the happiest. We really reclaim who we are and choose how we're going to direct our energy and our vibrational energies. It's so, so, so unbelievably important to really, really hold yourself accountable with that. And if you slip and you fall and you find yourself in that black vortex of worry, that's okay too. You're functioning on the soul shadow level. So you have your shadow self and you have your soul self. So both of those selves need to be present at all times to find balance. So close your eyes. If you haven't started your music, you may very well start that now. And start to relax here. Start to notice the flow of your breath, your pranayama, that inhale as it fills you up, and that exhale as it allows you to ground, to release, to let go. We allow ourselves this time and this space as frequently as we can to simply be, to breathe, softening the space between, behind, around our eyes, relaxing our cheeks, relaxing our jaw. You'll notice the weight of your head as you relax your neck, your shoulders, your arms. Feel your palms resting either face up or face down on your knees, or maybe crossed in your lap. If you found your palms face down, your energy is simply looking for more grounding. If you found your palms face up, it's a gesture of receptivity. You're looking to receive. Wherever you found yourself, hold space for it. Be teachable. Be flexible. Allow it to be. Feel your core, your pelvic floor, your hips, and your glutes. Feel your legs taking their varying shapes. Your heels and feet anchoring. Entire body at rest. Breathing in this space. Big inhale to the crown of your head. Fill up, sit taller. Exhale into the earth, grounding, releasing, renewing. One more big breath in. And exhale. Nice and slow, spread your wings. Prayer reaches the sky. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye, through heart center, bowing your head to your heart as you choose an intention. Dedicating your practice, your energy, your effort, whatever we manifest together today. For what purpose will it serve? Perhaps today is to remind you to slow down, to loosen your grip on the reins, to be flexible, be willing, to be teachable. Give it one more breath, whatever you choose, for you, for another. One more inhale and exhale. Nice and slow, we'll send that prayer to the sky. Separating your hands, relax your shoulders. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, nice and slow. Reach, 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 until your hands meet the earth. Inhale, half lift. Using support of your fingers, sit back into your sitting bones. Exhale, hinge and fold. Remembering that three-part breath. Each inhale, tummy in, ribs out, allows you to exhale and soften, folding into those hips. So the biggest hinge in your body. Let it go. Breathe into that waistline, soften into your glutes. Maybe you sway a little bit left, a little bit right. If you know me, you know I like to wiggle and move and oscillate and undulate. So anywhere you can, go ahead, bring that little bit of movement to the shape you created. Just ask and invite. One more moment with movement is going to bring you back center. Inhale, half lift. Look for your fingers and walk your hands slowly to the left. Line your tummy up with your left thigh. Take a moment, pause, push your right hip down, and exhale, fold, surrendering here. Allowing yourself this time in this space. Keep breathing for that left side body as you ground yourself down. You have two more big breaths. Inhale here. Exhale. Give it one more big breath in. And slowly exhale. Nice and slow. Inhale, half lift, look for fingers. Walk your hands gently back center. Continuing over to your right. Line that tummy up with your right thigh. Push your left hip down and slowly fold. Surrendering into what is. Allow yourself this time and allow yourself this space. Breathing into that right side body. Two more big breaths. Inhale. Exhale, give it one more big breath in. And nice and slow, exhale. Inhale, half lift, look for your fingers. Walk those hands back center. Find that midline, pause there. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. And again, exhale, fold it down, let it go. Big inhales, expand the back of your rib cage, open your lungs. Exhale, one more big breath in. And nice slow exhale. Let's inhale, half lift, look for fingers. Walk those hands one at a time back toward your body. Sit tall, spread your wings once more. Prayer reaches the sky. Exhale, prayer hands down through third eye, through heart center. And go ahead and switch your Sukhasana. So whatever leg you had crossed in front is now the inside. This is your non-dominant side. It's going to be cranky. So give it a moment to adjust, always with the option to modify with a bolster or a pillow. Give yourself a moment as you plant your hands down on top of your knees, palms face down to allow you to ground. Inhale, puff your chest up, gaze up. Exhale, chin into chest, lean back slightly, gaze for your tummy. Inhale, puff your chest up, gaze up. Exhale, round down, look for that tummy. One more time, inhale, puff that chest up, gaze up. Exhale, round out, look for your tummy. This time, inhale, puff up, gaze up, listen. Exhale, lean forward over your legs. So use your hands to push your knees down. Really leaning your chest forward over those shins. See if you can move a little bit left and a little bit right. Maybe dip a shoulder in and look up off the opposite shoulder. And do the same on the second side. Give yourself a moment. Little twisting here. Helps open up those hips, helps open up that back. Maybe you feel a couple pops, a couple cracks. My thoracic spine needed this, apparently, allegedly. Give it one more breath, a little movement, whatever you decide. Before you slowly come center, chin into chest, inhale, rise up one vertebra at a time. Gaze up to the sky, puff that heart up. Exhale, use your chest to lean forward, back over those thighs. Chin into chest, rise up, one vertebra at a time. Puff that heart up, chin up. Exhale, lean forward, chin reaches you forward and down. One more time, pull it forward and up. And exhale, lean it down. Give it one more breath here. And slowly lean over to the right. Still leaning over those shins. Slowly bring it over to the left. One more breath in. Coming back center. Chin into chest, rise up one vertebra at a time. Spread your wings for reaches up, gaze up. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms, lift your heart, lift your gaze again, lift your heart. Open up. Chin to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale. One more big breath. Exhale, chin into chest, stay in your head. Breathing into the back of your neck, your shoulders, your traps. One more moment here. Inhale. And exhale. Nice and slow. Reach those prayers to the sky. Gaze up, connecting. Exhale, bring your hands down through third eye, through heart center, bowing your head to your heart. One more moment here. Before you exhale, opening up those eyes, you're going to find your way tabletop. So either rolling over to the side or taking your hands out in front of you and making your way that way. Either way, your wrists stack your shoulders, your knees stack your hips, and you're going to undulate here. Moving your body left and moving your body right allows the opportunity to really check out what's going on, where you're going to need to adjust your sails, if you need to modify. Or maybe you're looking for advancements. It all depends on you. So take a taste. Savor each movement. Add on as you need. Coming back to a neutral spine at tabletop. Push the earth away. On an inhale, drop that belly. Lift your gaze, tilt your chin to the sky. Exhale, round out chin into chest. Look for your tummy. Hold cat. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Find your way cow. Exhale, round it out, finding your way cat. Two more times. Inhale, drop that belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round out, look for that tummy. One last time. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale, round it out, finding that cat back. Coming neutral spine table, reach your right arm forward. Swing it up to the sky, stacking your body up. Hold your finger, big breath in. Exhale, take your right hand to your hip or slide it behind your back, palm face up. Try to roll that shoulder back a little bit more. Gaze up to the sky if it's available to you. Give it one more breath in and exhale. Slowly inhale, reach that right arm all the way up, take a breath in. Exhale, thread your needle, come all the way down to that shoulder, to that right cheek, and rest your head. Walk your left hand to the top of the mat and stay here. Now maybe you stay right here, and that's plenty for you. You're pressing a little bit of weight into that right shoulder, you feel it developing. Maybe you decide to tuck your toes under and shift a little more weight into that right shoulder. Maybe you reach that left arm up to the sky and take that left hand to your hip or slide it behind your back, palm face up. As you start leaning into that right shoulder, you feel that heart opener. You give it two big breaths, inhale here. Exhale, one more breath. Nice and slow. If you have that fine, reach your left arm back up to the sky, reach that left arm forward and plant it down. Remaining here, option to advance. Keeping those toes tucked under, start to shift your weight into your right knee. Left toes extend to the end of your mat. So you should get a long line of energy here. If you want a little bit more, maybe you flex your left foot, lifting it up hip height. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core, ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. You hold space here. If you'd like even more of a challenge, press up out of that right shoulder. See if you can hover your left hand off here. Balancing here for 3. Balancing here for 2. On 1, lowering your left hand, lowering your left foot. Take your left knee back into table alignment, untuck your toes. Walk your left hand back underneath your left shoulder and slowly start to peel your right arm up to the sky. Gaze up to that right hand, big breath in. And again, exhale, bind. Take your right hand to your hip or slide it back behind your back, palm face up. Roll that right shoulder back. Take a big inhale. And exhale. Nice and slow, send that right arm back up. Reach it forward and take it down to the ground tabletop. Sway left and sway right. Maybe bending into your elbows, working out your shoulders. See what feels good for you. Allow yourself this time, this space, one more breath with movement Before again you come neutral spine, push the earth away. Nice and slow, reach your left arm forward, and then swing it up to the sky to stack. Gaze up to that left thigh, take a big breath in. Exhale, one more breath. Slowly take that left hand to your hip, or maybe slide it behind your back, palm face up. Again, you're rolling that left shoulder back to really open up that heart. You're doing what you can in this space for 3. Hold space here for 2. On 1, inhale, reaches that left arm back up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, thread your needle. So come all the way down to that left shoulder, to that left cheek, and relax your head. Walk your right hand to the top of your mat and stay here. Now breathe into this space. Again, we're focusing on that left shoulder. You're holding here. Maybe you tuck your toes under to push a little more weight into that left shoulder. You're going to feel it and its resistance. If you decided for that first bind, you're going to take your right hand up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, take your right hand to your hip, or maybe slide it behind your back. That's only going to encourage you to open up that collar, really leaning into that left side. Do what you can in this space. 2 more breaths in. Exhale, 1 more. Nice and slow. If you took that bind, reach your right arm to the sky. Reach your right arm forward and plant your hand down to the top of your mat. Now stay here. Tuck your toes under if you haven't already, and you have options. We start to shift our weight into our left knee as our right toes extend to the end of the mat. So again, you're a long line of energy here, and you have a strong foundation. You're building on it. If you decided to advance, you flex your right foot and you lift it up hip height. Keep flexing that foot, ribs towards hips, stomach towards spine. Keep that core engagement to hold your balance here. Energy out of that right heel. If you decided to advance this challenge even further, you're going to come onto that left shoulder and see if you can hover your right arm. So you're in a full balance on that left shoulder for 3. Keep pressing up by that left knee for 2. Nice and slow. You have that right hand lifted, lower it down. Right toes, lower it down to the earth if you're floating. Bring your right knee back into table alignment and untuck your toes. Bring your right hand back underneath your right shoulder. Peel your left arm back up to the sky. Gaze up to that left hand. And then take that left hand to your hip or slip it back behind your back, palm face up. Roll that left shoulder back, stack your body up. 3. Hold it here for 2. On 1, if you're bound up, release your left arm all the way back up, reach it forward and take it back down. Start to sway left and sway right. Bending into your elbows. See what you can do as you move and groove through this space. Give it 1 more breath before you come back neutral spine tabletop. Take a moment here, inhale. Exhale. Now, I'm going to have you tuck your toes under. Listen, listen. Use your fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, come into your fingers, lean forward. Now drop your tummy and stick your hips up into the sky. See if you can start to bend your elbows right next to your ribs. Keep pulling them in, pulling them in, pulling them in, pulling them in. Get your chin an inch from the earth. Don't let it touch. Inhale, push it back up. Find table, tuck your tail. Good. Use your toes. Come forward into your fingers. Get forward over those wrists. Stick your high knee out, drop that tummy, and then slowly start to bend your elbows into your side. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. We're faking out of knees, chest, chin. Get that chin just an inch from the earth. Inhale, push it back up. Tuck your tail, find that table again. 1 more time. Use your toes. Come forward into your fingers. Drop your tummy. Stick your tail in the air. And slowly bring those elbows by your side as you lower, 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 lower down. Chin touches this time. You're in Ashtangasana. Hold this little baby inchworm. Slowly use your toes to slither you forward. Bhujangasana. This is low cobra. All right? So keep those hands planted. Good. Now see if you can float your hands. If you have full retraction in your shoulder blades, which you should be able to take your hands off the earth and elbows all the way back. Keep squeezing them back like you have wings. Look forward. Nice long line. And then tilt your chin down so you relax through your neck. Give it 1 more breath. Keep those toes down. Slowly plant your palms. Take a moment here, inhale. Exhale. Push yourself back to a child's pose. So give those shoulders a moment. Stretch them out. Really grip the earth with your fingers. Breathing into your lats. Give it 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale. Nice and slow. Keep gripping the earth with those fingers. Start to come back forward. Bring your elbows by your sides as you lower yourself back down onto your tummy. Inhale, lift your chest. See if you can lift your palms. Beautiful. So really engaging that middle back. Maybe you squeeze your glutes this time and lift your toes too. So you're finding yourself a locust, really building up the fire for 3. Push your pelvic floor into the earth for 2. On 1, slowly lower your toes, slowly lower your hands. This time, tuck your toes. Inhale, push up, plank. Nice. Now hold that plank. No dipping your hips down and no sticking your hiney up. Pull your ribs towards your hips, push the earth away. Engage all 10 fingers. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Use your skeleton. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale, use your toes, come over your fingers, stretch those wrists, and then send those hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Pedal out Adho Mukha Svanasana. So now your calves are in for the party. They're kind of tight right now. Work through those calves, work through those hamstrings. Do what you can to wake up your lower extremities. As you press up and out 10 fingers, you keep your ribs towards your hips, your tummies towards your spine, and you push up and out of those lats, activating that upper back. Give it 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale, coming back to a neutral spine and downward facing dog. Now check in. If you can't get your heels down to the ground, you can take a little bend in your knees and press your chest towards your thighs. The important aspect of this is to keep those rhomboids active. So push up and out of those shoulder blades. Give it 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale. Everyone inhale high, but at tippy toes, extend your hips to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale. Next breath, inhale. Take your right leg up, hip height. Flex your foot. You're going to kick the wall behind you. Squeeze your thighs in toward each other. Take a big breath and listen. Exhale. Step your right foot down a few inches in front of your left foot. Now switch your weight. So your weight's in your right foot. You lift your left leg up, hip height. Nice and slow, you swing that left foot down, step it a few inches past your right foot. And you continue in this manner, best you can, doing what I call the Warrior 3 march. Little Warrior 3s, but you're on your tippy toes if you can manage it. You keep switching your feet until you find the top of your mat and forward fold. So again, hamstrings have a lot to say. Bend them, bend your knees. Work through it, hang upside down, reversing your blood flow. Adjust yourself accordingly. Give it 1 more breath, inhale. Before you come back, neutral spine, exhale. Let's inhale, half lift. Finger side of shins. Exhale, melt and fold. Bend your knees, go opposite elbows. Decompress your upper body. Let your arms hang. Really swing them forward and back. So you're just going to bounce on your arms forward and back. Your tummy rests on your thighs. So keep bending your knees until your tummy touches your thighs. Give it 1 more breath. And exhale, nice and slow. Keep that bend in your knees. Keep your arms at opposite elbows. Sweep it to the sky. So spreading those wings, you're reaching downward Vastasana. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye through heart center. Arms by your side, Samasthiti. Inhale, reach your parrot gaze up. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive down, inhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, finger side of shins. Exhale, melt and fold. 1 more time, inhale, half lift, fingers of shins. Exhale, melt and fold. Bend your knees. Step your left foot back, low lunge. Hover fingertips here, big inhale. Exhale, palms to face and behind you, speed racers. Inhale, reach your arms down, reach your arms forward, reach your arms up. Find yourself a high lunge. Really pull those thighs in. Sink into that right knee. Extend through that left leg, unless, of course, you're modifying. Take 2 big inhales here. Exhale. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye, through heart center. Slowly start to bend into your back knee, hovering an inch from the earth. Fire up that left quad 3. Firing it up for 2. I want to extend that left leg back out. Lunge. Exhale, bend that back knee, hover an inch from the earth. Fire it up for 3. Fire it up for 2. I want to extend that left leg back out to lunge. 1 more time. Left knee comes to bend. Hold it there, 3. Hold it there, 2. On 1, extend it out. Send your prayer up to the sky. Separate hands, relax shoulders. Big breath, listen. Open up cactus arms. Middle finger to thumb. Straighten your right leg just for a breath. Squeeze your thighs in. So try not to open your body over to the left. You'll fall. Pull those thighs in like they're scissors closing up on each other. 1 more breath in. Exhale, start to re-bend into that right knee. Big inhale. Now turn your body toward the right. Pull your thighs in. Try to get your right elbow toward the wall behind you. Hold your frame here best you can, 3. Hold your frame here best you can, 2. On 1, slowly bring it back center. Straighten out that right leg. Big inhale. Exhale again, rebend that right knee. Big inhale. Exhale, twist it over to the right. Slowly turn your upper body. Holding it there, 3. Holding it there, 2. On 1, bring it back center. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Beautiful. Last time. Bend is that right knee. Big inhale. Turn it over to your right. Take a moment here. Inhale. Exhale. Open your arms wide. You're going to hug that right side wall. Squeeze your left glute. Take your right hand down your back leg. Left arm to the sky. Hold it. Squeeze 3. Hold it. Squeeze 2. On 1, open those arms up. Listen. Gaze forward. Hinge forward. Take your left hand down to the ground. Right hand to the sky. Or an easy twist. So your right glute gets a little bit of relief, but not much. Keep stacking. Do what you can here. Wrist stack, shoulder stack. It'd be cool if ribs can stack, but sometimes you just don't have that waistline to do it today. So you pull that right knee in towards your body. Inhale, tummy and ribs out. And exhale, see what you can do with that revolution. You might get your ribs to stack. Give it 1 more breath in. Exhale, take your right hand to your hip or slide it behind your back, palm face up. Roll that right shoulder back. Burn it up for 3. Burn it up for 2. On 1, gaze down. Keep everything the same. Drop your back knee down. So now you get a little relief. Back toe still tucked. Square your shoulders with the earth as you hover your left hand. Good. Flip your left palm toward the wall in front of you and start to reach it forward. And take it up to the sky. Maybe you gaze off your right shoulder for a little bit of a back bend. And you hold that frame here for 3. You hold that frame here for 2. On 1, open your arms so you're going to hug the right side wall. So now we're in the modified variation of what we just did. You give yourself 1 more breath in. Exhale, nice and slow, rebend your elbows into cactus. Bring your cactus arms center. Big inhale. Exhale, nice and slow, reach your prayer up to the sky. Interlace fingers with your palms. Big inhale. Lean over to the right. Stretch your left side body. Gaze off your left elbow. Keep that right knee center, so don't let it wing out. Pull it in towards your midline. 3. Hold space. Stretch that left side for 2. On 1, coming back neutral. Take your hands to prayer overhead and bring them behind your back on your exhale. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze your palm. Lift your heart. Lift your gaze. Hold your frame here. 3. Hold your frame here. 2. On 1, chin into chest. Lean forward. Get your right shoulder on top of your right thigh. Pull your fists away from you. Now hold this space here. Do what you can because we're going to pick that back knee up if we can. If you can do it without assistance, tuck your left toe under, pick your back knee up. Good. So you're in a low bound lunge. Maybe you lift your chest off that right thigh. You hold space there, 3. You hold space there for 2. Either way on 1, that back heel is coming down. Keep pushing your right knee towards your right pinky toe. Start to lift your chest up. Release your left arm down your back thigh. Sweep your right arm up and over. You're in a peaceful warrior. Yeah, and into that right leg. Sink a little deeper, 3. Hold it here for 2. On 1, lift your top body up. Warrior 2, just for a beat. Relax your shoulders, shake it out. And then hinge forward. Cartwheel hands back down. Low lunge. Big breath in. Exhale. Plant your palms. See if you can bend your right knee into your chest. And then send it up to the sky, 3-legged. Bend your knee, open your hip when you get up there. Maybe you move that knee around like a little chicken wing. Lifting and lowering that hip. Wake it up. We just did a lot with those glutes. Medius minimus maximus. They all got in there. They all had a party. Circle it the other way. Nice and slow and steady. Brings you back neutral. Extend that right leg all the way up to the sky. And then step it down, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Pedal it out. See how you feel. Give it a moment. I know your right leg's all sorts of powered up. Now your left leg's like, what about me? We'll get there. So soon. 1 more breath. Before again we come neutral. Just your both heels down. Best you can. If you're having a hard time with your hamstrings, again, you can come up onto your toes and bend your knees a little bit. The goal is to keep your upper body the same. So keep pushing up and out of your rhomboids. Keep your ears lined up with your shoulders. Push those ears lined up with shoulders. Ears lined up with arms. Your ears always line up with your shoulders. 1 more breath. Exhale. Nice and slow. Let's inhale. Hips all the way up to the sky. Chin into chest. Roll forward. High plank. Top of that push-up. Do what you can here. Again, no dumping and no peeking. Keep your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. Push the earth away. Give it one more breath, maybe moving forward, maybe moving back. One more time, moving forward, moving back. Before you take your toes and you move yourself all the way forward over your wrists. See if you can drop down knees. Stick out your high knee, drop your tummy, come forward. Slow motion. We're going to fake out that knees, chest, chin. So get your chin just an inch from the earth. Inhale, push it back up. Table. Use your toes. Come forward over your fingers. Strap your tummy. Stick your high knee out. Start to lean forward. Faking out knees, chest, chin. Chin is just an inch from the earth. Inhale, push it back up. Table. One more time, use your toes. Come over your fingers. Again, stick your high knee out, drop your tummy. Elbows by your sides. Come. Until your chin hits the ground. You're in Ashtanga. Beautiful. Little baby inchworm. This guy's tricky. Some of our bodies are just like, what? They get real confused. We'll get there. Nice and slow. Use your toes. Slither down and through to your low cobra. Now again, you want your elbows back. You want your hands almost by your sides. They should be right next to your ribs, more or less. They should be underneath your shoulders. So retract those shoulder blades. Gaze softly forward. Feel the engagement in your lower and middle back. Maybe you can lift your palms to hover. Good. If you have it, maybe you can lift your toes to hover. You're floating a locust, pushing your pelvis into the ground. Start to lift your chest up a little bit more. Try to neutralize your neck. So cervical spine needs a little bit of love. So try to tilt your chin down slightly. Gaze toward the top of your mat or just before it. Give it one more breath in. Exhale, slowly lower toes, lower hands, lower your chin. Nice and slow. Use your toes to push yourself back, child's pose. So your toes are tucked this time to stretch your arches, and you're giving your arms a moment. Try to keep an active child's pose if you can. So fingertips are on the ground, and your elbows are lifted. Forehead is planted, and you're breathing into that side body, the back of your rib cage. Inhale, fill up, expand. Exhale, let it all go. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. One more big breath. And exhale, nice and slow. We're going to inhale, half lift in our child's pose. Keep it active. So my elbows are lifted, hands are planted. See if you can take your right hand off the ground. Reach it up to the sky in your child's pose. You're still low. And then thread your needle in child. So your right shoulder comes down, your right cheek comes down, and you breathe, peeking underneath that left elbow to the side wall. So hold your frame here. 2 more breaths in. Exhale. Really expand your lungs, your rib cage. 1 more breath in. And exhale. Nice and slow. Press into that left hand. As you unravel that right arm, stay low in your child's pose. Try to reach it up. And then reach it forward and take it down. Switching. Make your left hand hover a few inches. And maybe you peel it up to the sky. Stay low in your child. So you're still in child's pose. Exhale, thread your left needle. So left shoulder's down, left cheek is down. And you're breathing. You're peeking underneath that right elbow and you're holding space here. Big inhales, expand your lungs. Exhale, allows you to soften to relax. Give it 2 more breaths in. Exhale, 1 more. That's it. Nice and slow, engage through those right fingertips. Start to loosen up your left shoulder as you reach it back up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, reach that left arm forward, round it down. Big breath in. Exhale. Nice and slow. Half lift, look for fingers. Walk those hands back under your shoulders as you come back up to tabletop. Untuck your toes and sway side to side. You want to grab a quick sip of water, towel your face, regroup. You have 2 more breaths to do just that. So see how you feel as you move yourself around, grooving into those shoulders, waking it back up. 1 more breath. Maybe you move your neck around. We don't realize where we're hiding tension until we invite space into areas that are, well, tense. And then we have the opportunity to release it. So it's a beautiful thing. Coming back, neutral spine tabletop. When you're ready, again, wrist stack shoulders, knee stack hips, push the earth away. Pull your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. Now tuck your toes under. Lift your knees 2 inches from the earth. Hold and hover table for 3. Hold and hover table for 2. On 1, use your fingers, come forward. So toes push you over your wrists, bend your elbows, slow motion, lower down knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slither through, low, high, or maybe you could pull out an upward facing. So if you have upward facing dog, your legs are lifted. If you're in a high cobra, your legs are down and your elbows are slightly bent. So that's gonna help you open and arch. Whatever you have, one more breath. Beautiful. Slowly lower your body back down to the earth, back into that little baby cobra. Nice. Tuck your toes under. Gaze straight down. Inhale, push up, plank, peel up, and then send your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Pedal it out again. See how you feel. Again, working out the kinks, saying hi to your hamstrings, saying hi to your calves. Hopefully you've really ignited a fire within, so you're feeling a little softer, a little looser, more compliant. Whatever you have going on, give it one more breath. Before again you come back neutral spine. Now check in with that downward facing dog. Spread all 10 fingers. Push up and out of those shoulders. Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. A little bend in your knees if you need it. Either way, you're holding a static dog for 2 more breaths in. Exhale, 1 more breath in. And exhale. Let's inhale, get high up on those tippy toes. Extend your hips to the sky. Take a moment, inhale. This time, exhale, ground your heels down, stretch those hamstrings. Inhale, come back up into tippy toes. Exhale, anchor heels down best you can, stretch it out. Inhale, elevate it. Last time, hold it. And last time, anchoring, rooting it. This time, come high up on the tiptoes, send your left leg up hip height. Flex your foot. Now pull your thighs in. Remember, they're like scissors. They've got to close in on each other. That internal rotation is so important for your midline. Give it 1 more breath in. Exhale, step your left foot a few inches past your right. Shift your weight into your left foot. Lift your right leg up. Flex your foot. So try to stay high on that left tiptoe if you can. And then slowly step your right foot past your left foot, just a few inches, to shift your weight again. Stay on your tiptoes if your body will allow. And slowly do that march. Continuing up the top of your mat, either tiptoed or flat-footed, whatever you have to offer. You're doing this little march to get to the top until you find yourself a forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft, bend your knees, sweep it up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye, down through heart center, arms by your sides, Samasthiti. Inhale, reach that prayer up, gaze up. Exhale, take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms, and start to roll your shoulder blades back. Puffing that heart up, squeeze your glutes, push your pelvis forward, maybe get yourself a little back bend. Now, I try to shy away from saying back bend when we do standing poses like this, because that usually causes people to dump into their back. We want this to be a heart opener. So back bends and heart openers are interchangeable. Open that heart. Get it up into the sky. Good. 1 more breath in. Exhale, start to take a bend into your knees. Take your tummy to your thighs, chin to your chest, and then your fists automatically fall up and overhead. Now, if this bind is a little bit too intense for your shoulders, you can take a bend in your elbows and rest your bound hands at your lower back and just breathe into this inversion. If you want to bring that shoulder component back, you send that radar tower back to the sky. Do what you can here. Maybe you inhale, half lift, tummies in, ribs out. Exhale is going to get you even deeper. Maybe you can straighten out your legs up, really testing the waters of your hamstrings. If your hammies say nope, rebend your knees. You don't have to torture yourself. These are all suggestions, right? You do what's right for your body. It should not hurt. It can be a challenge, but it should not hurt. Give it 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow. If you don't have bent knees already, take a bend in them. Separating your hands behind you like a speed racer. Reach them forward. And then take them down, go opposite elbows. So try to do opposite elbows here. Really hang. Maybe you shake that forward and you shake that back. Again, your tummy is on the legs. So you have a little shelf here. Your head's heavy, your chin's into your chest, you're just dangling here. Give it 1 more breath. Before again you come neutral, keeping that bend in your knees, keeping your opposite elbows, and you'll sweep it up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana, prayers of Giza. Exhale, chase that prayer right back down to full Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. 1 more time, inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. Beautiful. Bend your knees, plant your palms. Step only your right leg back. finding a low lunge. Now really establish yourself here. Make sure that that left knee is over that left ankle, your back leg is extended, and your fingertips are low and light to the ground. So we're firing our bodies up here. We're taking a big inhale. Pull your thighs in toward each other. Exhale. One more big breath. And exhale. Take your palms to face each other. Send them behind you like a speed racer. Give yourself a moment. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Now take your arms down. Reach those arms forward and come on up. Find your way into a high lunge. Breathe into this space. Now, best you can, pull that left hip back. Push your right hip forward. Because if not, you're going to look something like this. And that's kind of like a warrior. You don't want to be there. You want to pull those thighs in and sink into that left knee. Give it one more big breath in. Exhale, open up cactus, arms, middle fingers to thumb. Roll your shoulder blades back. Right? Give it one more breath, retracted. Now, stay on the ball of your right foot as you inhale, straighten out that left leg. If you had that internal rotation, it should be no problem. It was only a quad press. So keep pulling those thighs in like they're scissors, right? One more breath, inhale. Exhale, re-bend that right or left knee and start to bend into your right knee, hovering that right knee an inch from the earth. Fire up that right quad for 3. Fire it up for 2. On 1, straighten that right leg out. Exhale, bend into that right knee. Hold it there, 3. Hold it there, 2. On 1, straighten that right leg out. One more time, bend that back knee. Hold it here, 3. Hold it here, 2. On 1, straighten that right leg out. Straighten your left leg out. Take another big breath, inhale here. Exhale. Rebending into that left knee. Here's where it gets tricky. Big inhale. Exhale, start to twist your upper body toward the left. Pull your thighs in, squeeze that right glute. Push your left elbow back. Hold it there, 3. Hold it there, 2. On 1, bring it back center. Straighten out that left leg. Good. Exhale, rebend that left knee. Inhale, tummy and ribs out. Exhale, twist as you left. Hold space there, 3. Hold space there, 2. On 1, bring it back center. Straighten out that left leg. I know you're fatiguing. One more time, come into that left knee. This is it. Hold it here. Big inhale. Exhale, take it over to the left. Open up those arms. Take your left hand down your back thigh, right arm to the sky. Hold, big breath in. Exhale, slowly open those arms. Stay with me. Gaze forward. Hinge forward. Squeeze your right glute to help you stabilize. Drop your right hand down, left hand up. You're an easy twist. So you get a little relief in that left glute, but not a lot. So you do what you can. Keep pulling that left knee in towards your tummy. Gaze is up to that left thumb. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, revolves you. Trying to stack your wrists, your ribs, your shoulders, whatever you can stack in that upper body. That's what you're working on in your revolution. Give it one more breath in. Exhale, taking your left hand to your hip or sliding it behind your back. Flipping that palm face up. You're in a bind in some fashion for 3. We're going to get a break. I promise you. In 2. On 1, gaze down. Keep everything the same. Drop your back knee down. That's your break. Feel it? Let that tension go out of that left hip. As you keep that right toe tucked under, start to hover your right hand an inch off the earth. Flip that right palm forward. Keep that left leg honest as you reach your right arm forward. Gazing into your crystal ball. You reach it up to the sky, holding your frame here. Big breath in. Option to gaze down off your left shoulder to the ground behind you. Give it one more inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow. Lift your top body up like you're going to hug that left side wall. So now your arms are open and you're in that modified high lunge. Make sure that that left knee stays underneath. Left knee is over your left ankle. I can't talk today. Give it one more breath in. And exhale, rebend your elbows into your cactus. Facing that left side wall, take an inhale. Exhale, slowly bring your body back center. So we woke our legs up today. If they weren't before, they sure are now. Pull those elbows back. Big inhale. Exhale, reach your hands to the sky, connecting your prayer. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms. Now remember, you need that internal rotation because we're going to start to lean over to the left this time. Stretching your right side body. Pull your ribs down towards your hips. That left knee stays at your midline, so don't let it wing out and don't let it pass. Pull it in. One more inhale, lean and left. Before you come back center, bring your hands back to prayer overhead and lower them down behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms again, little heart opener, aka your back bend. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, take your chin towards your chest as you hinge forward. Get that left shoulder on top of your left thigh. So you have that support for now. The more you pull your fist away from your behind, the more of a stretch it's going to be in that upper body and shoulders. So be mindful. You can drop it low if you need to. One more breath wherever you are before I challenge you. Ready? See if you can tuck your right toe under if it isn't already. That knee should be underneath your hip because this is going to help you to use your skeleton to pick that right knee up in a full extension. So you are bound in that low lunge. See if you can take your chest off that left thigh. Hovering here, lunge into that left knee. One more breath. Bring your right heel down. So back heel comes down. Keep your body square. Slowly lift your top body up, leaving your right arm down that back thigh. Your left arm reaches up and overhead for a nice peaceful warrior. Good. Keep redistributing your weight, shifting that left knee towards your left pinky toe. One more breath, peace. Before you slowly come up for a brief warrior two, check your stance. Shimmy it out, shake it out. Say, Kim, you killed my legs. I killed my own legs, so we're even. Give it one more breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, cartwheel, hands down, low lunge. Give yourself a moment, inhale. Exhale, plant those palms. See if you can pick your left foot off the mat, taking your knee to your nose, and then shoot that left leg up to the sky. Woohoo, we made it. Bend your left knee, opening up your hip. Again, like a little doggy doing your business. Lift and lower that little chicken wing. So keeping your left knee bent, you circle it around. Big hip circles. This is going to feel really good in that glute. Or I should say all of your glutes, because you got a lot of gluteals. Circle it the other way. Take your time. You got it. One more breath. Before again you come neutral, extend that left leg all the way to the sky, and then step that left foot down to meet your way, pedaling out, downward facing dog. Take a moment here, inhale. Exhale. Now I know your glutes want to break. They're going to have it now, I swear. Come back neutral, gesture both heels down. Inhale, high front tippy toes, elevate. Exhale, anchor it down. Inhale, high front tippy toes, elevate. Exhale, anchor it down. One more time, high, front tippy toes, elevate, chin to chest, roll forward with finesse. Find your way to a full.
How are you? Good. How are you? Good.
What a place to stop. Oh my, all right. Well, take a knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, whatever you want. Take a sip of water, you're done. I was like, where'd they go?
You. I enjoyed the break.
Whose glutes are on fire? Oh my gosh. All right, so take a moment. I'll get you back. This Zoom, though. Zoom. They're getting so overwhelmed, I think. Busy, which is a good thing for them. But all right, my yogi. So give yourself a moment. If you skipped your flow, that's okay. If you did it anyway, that's cool too. All right, so we're back. All right. So I think our legs are all fired up. Give yourself a breath. Roll out your neck. And breathe here. When you're ready, you're going to come back to tabletop. Again, sway your hips left, sway your hips right. Push your body around. Good. Now we're going to stretch those glutes. We're going to let them decompress. Coming back into a neutral spine at table. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees 2 inches from the earth. Hold and hover that table for 3. Hold and hover that table for 2. On 1, hips come high in the sky, downward dog pedal. Take your time, big breaths. And exhale. Next breath, I'm going to give you an opportunity to play. So for some of you, you've done this with me before. It's Shakti hopping. If your body says, you know what, Kim, this is a dangerous thing to do for me alone at home, don't do it. All right, but I'm going to give you the instructions and see if you can pull it off. From downward dog, we inhale high up and tippy toes, and tiptoe your toes a little bit closer towards your hands. So you're shortening your stance here. Firstly, we're going to open up those hamstrings a little more. So see about looking at your hands and hover your right hand to hover. Take that right hand, cross it underneath your body. See if you can touch your left ankle, maybe outside of your left knee. Whatever you can touch, you're holding space and you're bending that right elbow to look underneath your left armpit. All while you're pushing up and out that left shoulder. So try not to bow your back. Give it 2 big breaths, inhale, stretching. Exhale, give it 1 more big breath. And exhale, nice and slow. We're going to release that right hand back to the ground, gazing forward. See if you can hover your left hand. And take that left hand, crossing it underneath you, maybe catching your ankle, maybe catching outside of your thigh, your knee. And you pull gently as you bend your left elbow. Right arm stays straight, pushing up and out of those front widths and activating your lats. Do what you can for 2 more breaths in. This is a hamstring stretch. Pretty incredible one. 1 more breath. But it feels so good. Nice and slow, release that left hand to hover and plant that left hand down. Now this is where we're going to Shakti hop. So the goal of Shakti is to get yourself high up on your tippy toes and bend into your knees. Gazing for your thumbs, push up and out of your shoulders. Try to keep your ears as lined up with your shoulders as you can, or your arms. I keep saying shoulders. Keep pushing up and out. From here with those straight arms and engaged fingertips, no bent elbows. Push up and out, elbows in toward each other. You bend your knees and you might bump your hips up to the sky. So the goal is to keep your upper body straight. So instead of cow kicking and donkey kicking, you're just pushing up and out of your back. Think cat back. So you know what cat looks like, right? Keep that cat back, look between your thumbs, and then bump your hips up. So it's cat doing little hops. That's what a Shakti hop is, okay? Now if you're full Shakti hopping, you're gonna kick your heels towards your behinds and float back down. Kick your heels towards your behind and float back down. If you can come all the way up, you might catch it. Okay? Catch a handstand, float it down, and fold. If your body says, nope, 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 definitely don't do that, then don't do it. Do little bumps anyway. Do little bunny hops. Bump. Bump it all the way to the top until you find your forward fold and hang heavy. All right, so when you feel satisfied, you've scared the daylights out of yourself. It's good. Come back into that neutral spine and that fold. Let's inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt and fold. Now, see if you can half lift with your fingers at peace on the ground. So peace fingers touching the earth or your blocks. All right, we're going to pass through a little bit of a warrior 3. Shift your weight into your right straight leg. See if you can take your left foot to hover the earth. So you're just lifting up that left hip to get it off. Wakes up that right hamstring real quick. Nice and slow, start to extend your left leg back. Pulling your thighs in, keep your hips in toward each other. So don't lift up your left glute. Pull it down and in. Good. Keep flexing that left foot. Do what you can. 1 more breath. Good. Now slowly start to track your left foot over to the right. Keep going. Keep going until that left foot touches the ground and you're all sorts of crisscross. Let your body settle into both feet as you walk your hands over to the right and you fold. So this is a pretty incredible IT stretch. It might get in your piriformis. It depends on you and how tight you are. But try to keep your body squared up. So it's a really intense quad bind. If you have hand hop leggies like me, that's me. You step your left foot back a little bit so it's not as intense, not as compressing. So it gives you the space for that super cross fold without the struggle that comes with that bind. So do what you can here. Maybe you walk your hands out a little bit further and you fold. So you get a little extra stretch in your upper body. Maybe you walk your hands back beside your left heel. Whatever you're doing, you're in it and you're pushing that right hip back and you're pulling that left hip forward. So you don't want your hiney swinging over to the right. You want to swing it over toward the left and you stay with it. Give it 2 more breaths here. Exhale, 1 more breath. And exhale. Now you take those hands back in front of us. Think like a warrior 3. right? So lift your chest a little bit. Your hands are on either side of your right foot. Throw out some peace fingers and start to lean forward into that right foot. Keep your right hand down on the ground, right? Take your left hand to your hip as you slowly step into that right foot. Send your left leg out behind you. Lift it up hip height and see if you can blossom into a half moon. Okay, so for some of us, this will be accessible. For others, this is going to be challenging. Do what you can. Gaze down, keep stacking up your hips, your ribs, your shoulders, and maybe you can eventually stack up your wrists. Changing your drishti gaze to the left side wall, you might gaze up to your left thumb. Keep flexing that left foot. Hold space here, 3. Hold space here, 2. Nice and slow on 1. Reach that left hand forward. Take it down, find that warrior 3. Peace fingers on the ground, square it up. Big breath in. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Keeping a bent knee, warrior 3. Shift your weight back. If you're going to kick the back wall with that left heel, and slowly take your left foot down to the ground. Hovering hands, low lunge. Beautiful. Give it one more big breath. Inhale here. Exhale. Nice and slow. Plant that left hand down. Peel your right arm to the sky. Now, I'm going to give you a variation of easy twist that's a little bit more intense on the hips, but we want it. So take that right hand to your hip. Come outer edge of your right foot. Let it fall away for a moment. If that feels okay, come outer edge of your left foot. Good. So it's almost like you're in a side plank and like a half chair. It's weird, but it feels good in that right hip and that glute. Push up out of left shoulder. See if you can gaze up to the sky for 3. See if you can hold this space for 2. Beautiful. On 1, you're slowly going to plant both feet back into that easy twist variation. Send that right arm back out to the sky. Reach it forward and take it down, hovering low lunge. Plant your hands. Bend into your right knee so you can take that knee to your nose. And then send it up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hip, and like a little chicken wing, circle it out. Big circles with that knee. You got it. Circle the other way. Wake that hip up. Before we come back up and center, bend that knee up in that hip. Big breath in. Gaze forward. We're going to go for a pigeon. So taking that right shin, parallel with the top of your mat, lower it down. Flex your right foot. Left leg should be extended behind you. And again, be mindful here. If your body's really struggling to get in this shape today, don't stress. You can take modifications. So I'm going to give you the front view. To find a proper pigeon, you want to make sure that your femur, so your femur is a really big thigh bone, lines up with the side of your mat. So it shouldn't be foucault. It should be completely parallel. Once that alignment is there, it doesn't much matter what your foot does. Some of us have the anatomy or the physiology, the way that we're shaped, whatever I'm trying to say, to keep that shin parallel, but I know I can't. It's just not the way I'm shaped. So I tuck my heel in a little bit and I flex my foot. My back leg is pinned straight behind me. My big toe is pointed and my chest is lifted. You can pull your elbows back and lift your heart, lift your gaze, and hold space here. So it's kind of like all those cobras that we've been doing. Those little heart openers and back bends. So back in the side. So you can see, walk your hands back, pin your elbows back, and see if you can lift your heart and lift your gaze. Beautiful. For some of us, this is going to be a lot. So maybe you take it the opposite way and you fold forward. That's okay too. Maybe do a combination of both. Either way, I'm encouraging this space because I'm going to invite a challenge. So hold whatever you have for 2 more breaths in. 1 more. Now, for those of you who have your bodies lifted and you're looking like me right now, maybe you take a bend in your back knee and you try to kick your head. If you have it, hold it. You're going to feel an incredible quad stretch, hip flexor stretch. For those of you who are down on the ground, keep your bodies down because you're going to thread your needle. Taking your left hand to hover, thread your left arm underneath your right and peek. Maybe you take your right arm up and take a bind. So you either have a threaded pigeon if you're in traditional, you have that funky variation where you're trying to kick your own head, or maybe you took a modification in sleeping pigeon or yin pigeon. Whatever you did, you are honoring your body in this process. Keep breathing for that right glute. Stretching your IT, your piriformis. Wherever you are, one more breath in. And exhale. For those of you who have that threaded needle, go ahead, take that left hand back down to meet your right. Everyone walking your hands back by your sides. Give yourself a moment, then take them out in front of you. Tucking your left toe under. Slowly start to pick up that left knee, pick up your right knee, and then send it back out to the sky. Again, bend your knee, open your hip. If you want to go for a wild thing, you can take it from above. Come forward over your shoulders, lift your pelvis and squeeze. So this is a high wild. Low wild means you are down here, more like in a plank. Either way, you have that opportunity. If you didn't take a wild, well, you're still in a three-legged dog shaking that knee out. Do what you can, one more breath. Slowly flip it back over if you're in wild thing. Right legs up to the sky. And take your right foot down to meet your left, pedaling it out. You got it, yogis. Give yourself a moment, breath. Before we come back, neutral spine. Gesture both heels toward the earth. Again, opportunity for Shakti hopping. So if your body says nope, no hops, you can walk to the top and fold their meatus. If you're up for the Shakti hops, come up on your tippy toes, bringing your big toes to touch. Tiptoe it forward a little bit to shorten your stance. Keep those hips lifted, big inhale. Exhale, grounding into your heels. One more time, inhale high with the tippy toes, bending into your knees, gaze for your hands. Push up and out of those shoulders. Think cat back. So round your back like a cat, but gaze for your thumbs. As you kick off, you bump your heels up to the sky. Get those hips up to the sky. Do your little Shakti hops. Holding your frame until eventually you tire and you say, I'm over it, and you fold forward. So do what you can as you hang heavy, bending one knee at a time. Beautiful. One more breath. Before again we come neutral, let's inhale, half lift. Fingers slide up shins. And again we exhale, melt and fold. Give your hamstrings a moment. Before we come back neutral again. This time we're going to inhale, half lift. Fingers come to peace, like you're going to pull out a warrior three, because you are. Hold that frame. Again, blocks under fingers are acceptable. Make sure you're modifying if you need to. Start to shift your weight into your left foot. So all you have to do is flex your right foot. You're picking up that right hip a little bit just to get your foot loose and off the ground. Slowly start to extend that right leg back. Slowly. Beautiful. So you're in a warrior three. Now again, I'm not opening up my right hip. That would be pulling out a moon. That's coming later. Drop that right hip down. Pull your thighs in, lift your right leg up. Keep your chest lifted, ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. Hold that warrior three for three. Hold it for two. On one, so they take that right leg over toward the left. Keep going. Cross it over. Keep it crossing until eventually that right foot drops down to the ground and you shift your hands over to the left to fold you down that center line again. So breathe here. Again, if you have your ham hocks, me too, step your right foot back to loosen up that quad line. It's a little less intense for you, but it's still that super cross Uttanasana fold. So do what you can here. Again, you might walk your hands forward to extend, stretching out for your lats. You might also walk your hands back towards your right heel and bend and fold. Whatever you're doing, you're not pushing your left hip over to the left, you're swinging your right hip over to the right because you want to feel the pull in that left hip and glute. Give it two more big breaths. Inhale, firing up those engines. Waking up those hamstrings. Nice and slow. We're going to walk our hands back underneath our shoulders to inhale, half lift. So again, think like warrior two. So shift forward just enough to get your peace fingers on the ground. Beautiful. Now, start to shift your weight forward as you plant your left hand down. Shift your weight into that left foot, lift your right leg back up, and start to square up that hip. As your right hand comes to that hip, you hold space in the beginnings of the half moon. Blocks are friends. Good. If you feel okay, you might be able to change your drishti gaze to gaze up, as I fall out, to gaze up to the sky, and maybe send your right hand up with it to stack your ribs, your wrists, and your shoulders. You're holding that half moon best you can. Hold space here for three. Holding space here for two. Nice and slow on one. We're gonna reach that right arm forward. Take your time, use your core to lower that right hand back down, squaring up into warrior three. So drop that right hip back down to squeeze, hover fingertips. Keep flexing that right foot. Start to bend into your left knee, shift back just a little bit. Take your hands back with you. Big breath, inhale, lift that right leg, and slowly lower your right toes down to the ground. Woo, we're back in that little lunge. Feeling fine. One more breath in. Plant that right hand down. Peel your left arm up to the sky, your back, an easy twist. It should feel really good on that left glute. Keep it lifted, gazes up. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, try to stack up your ribs, your wrists, your shoulders, and keep that left knee in towards your midline. From here, we're gonna take that funky variation. So take your left hand to your hip to help you stabilize, and gaze down. See about coming to the outer edge of your left foot. So you start to let your knee wing out a little bit and gaze up to the sky. If that feels okay, maybe you come outer edge of your right foot too, and you push up and out of that shoulder, really opening up that left side. Hold space there, 3. Funky, easy twist for 2. On 1, slowly start to bring your feet back, traditional easy twist. Send that left arm up, reaching it forward, take it down, low lunge. Big breath in, I know it burns. Exhale, plant your hands, ready? Bend that left knee. Oh, liberation. Send that left leg up to the sky. Big circles here. Circle it out. One more breath, circle it the other way. Before we come back neutral, get that left knee bent up and overhead. Gaze forward, hinge forward, taking that left shin parallel. You're coming into your pigeon. Oh, hello, my glutes. So do what you can here. Again, you want to be mindful of that front leg. So find your femur, that's your big leg bone. Take that femur parallel with the side of your mat. It should be completely lined up with it. All right? That left foot is flexed. Wherever that left shin travels doesn't much matter, as long as that femur is where it should be. Back leg is extended, right leg is straight, and right toe is pointed. So you have a nice lifted chest here. You can walk your hands forward to fold and surrender. Again, use bolsters or blocks, whatever you need under that left hip if it's giving you a hard time and you're doing that hard lean. But if not, you're gonna go for that little variation, that mermaid variation. So you start to walk your hands back, puff your heart up, lift your chin to the sky. So you're here. This is a mermaid variation. You don't quite have the full line, but you're conditioning it, okay? So you give yourself a moment or two, wherever you are, whether you're lifted, conditioning, or you're folded down, holding space. 2 more breaths before I challenge you some more. 1 more breath. Good. Now my yogis who are folded forward, you're gonna half lift. Take your right arm underneath your left, thread your needle, and gaze off to that left side wall if you can. So that's your challenge if you're down. If you're up and you're playing with my mermaid variation, lift your chest, start to bend into your right knee, try to kick yourself. Try to kick your own head. Good. So that gives you that hip flexor opener, that quad stretch. This is gonna prepare you one day for a full-blown mermaid. Maybe we'll do it next class. You stay with me, okay? So whatever you have, give it 1 more breath in. Exhale. For those of you threaded, start to unthread that right arm. If you have that leg lifted, lower it down. Everyone walk your hands back forward, planting your palms underneath your shoulders. Tuck your right toe under. Pick your right knee up. Pick your left knee up. Tuck your left knee to your nose, and then send it up to the sky. And again, bend your knee, open your hips some. If you went for a wild thing because you just can't stand it, you want to do it so bad, get that left leg back up to the sky. And again, you can tip over toward the right, lifting your pelvis up, squeeze your glutes, coming high wild, or you're down in low wild if you're in that plank variation. All right, so high wild, low wild, 3-legged dog. Give it 1 more breath in. Nice and slow, come back over, 3-legged. Bend your knee, open your hip, and step your left foot down to meet your right, pedaling it out. Do what you can in this space. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, come neutral, just your both heels down. Inhale, high by the tippy toes. Exhale, lower it down. One more time, high by the tippy toes. Bend your knees. Walk it forward just a little bit. Maybe take one final hop to the top of the mat, and you sit down all the way. Woo-hoo. All right, yogis. So we're going to take the bottoms of your feet to touch here. Knees fall away. Come to the top of your mat. So I'm going to come to face you so you can see me. I'll pivot later. Turn Supta Baddha Konasana. Flutter your wings. Roll out your neck. We're going to lay down now. Beautiful. Coming back neutral. Chest puffs up. Inhale. Puff it up. Gaze up. Exhale. Round up. Chin to chest. Lean back slightly. Ah, that feels so good in my back. Inhale. Puff your chest up. Gaze up. Exhale. Round out. Look for that tummy. Last time. Inhale. Puff it up. Gaze up. And exhale. Round it out. Look for that tummy. Coming back, neutral spine, puff that chest up, gaze up. Exhale, hinge forward, lean over those feet. You feel so nice. Beautiful. Now see if you can take your chin to your chest, gaze down, extend your right hand forward toward the ground in front of you, extend your left hand forward. Inhale, tummy and ribs out. Exhale, melt and fold a little bit more. Feel that stretch. Push your knees toward the earth. And then slowly chin to chest. Gaze forward, cover your hands, holding an invisible beach ball. Take your chin back into your chest, rise up one vertebra at a time. Big breath in, I'm gonna turn my body. As you exhale, pass it forward and start to lean back until you come all the way down onto the ground into Supta Baddha Konasana. And you close your eyes here. Let it all go. Big inhales fill you up. And exhales. So maybe you decide this is the best ending pose you could possibly take in your practice. And so you stay here in Supta Baddha Konasana. If your body says, you know what, my hips could use something else, maybe you take your knees to touch and you bring your knees together and feet apart. So you find TP. Whatever you're doing, you're closing your eyes. Allow yourself to regroup, to slow your breath down. Move your head gently side to side until you come into stillness, preparing for your final resting pose. Beautiful. Maybe your legs are extended long. Maybe you're lying on your side. Either way, you're here, breathing, being, surrendering, releasing, letting go of all that we cannot control. Coming into a space of acceptance, of perseverance, of calm and quiet. Relax your cheeks, relax your jaw. Soften the space between, behind, or around your eyes. Feel your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Feel your core, your pelvic floor, the rise and fall of your breath. Creating space each time you breathe. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Their hips, your glutes, your legs taking their varying shapes. Your heels anchor, and your feet fall away. Your entire body is at rest. Breathing here. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. And slowly, yogis, Begin to heighten your awareness as you notice sound, scent, and sensation. Begin to wiggle each finger and each toe, moving your head gently side to side. Coming back center. Maybe inhale, extend your arms overhead. Take a full body stretch, lengthening out your legs, point and flex your feet. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, bend into your knees, draw your knees into your chest and rock side to side, massaging lower lumbar, breathing. One more breath. Before you come neutral, fall over to your right or left side, find fetal pose. Let it all go there. Big breath in, place of new beginnings. And like a phoenix, gently, without disturbing your peace, press your way up, back to a comfortable seat on your mat, grounding yourself down into Sukhasana, Siddhasana, any seated asana will do. Lengthening through your spine. One more time, shrug your shoulders to your ears, exhale, release it down your back. And bring your hands to prayer, heart center, bowing your head to your heart in gratitude for this day. Grateful for your practice, for your body, for making it here. It's the hardest part. And pressing pinkies and thumbs together, release your middle fingers, create a blossom within it, place your intention, visualizing its light. Lend it your faith, your strength. Believe in it. On an inhale, lift it all the way to the sky, presenting your intention to the world. Exhale, allow your hands to part. As they fall beside you, imagine that light making its way out to take root and make a difference. Hands come back in prayer, heart center, bowing your head to your heart one last time. The light within me honors that brilliant shining light within each and every one of you. I'd like to close our class with the sound of Om. If you'd like to join me, exhale the air out of your lungs. Inhaling for Om. Om Shanti Shanti, Om Peace Peace. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your afternoon and evening, rest of your week and your weekend. Hopefully we'll see you again one day soon, but until we meet again, namaste. Well done. Oh, I'm gonna sleep well tonight. I'm ready.